You're one choice away from being a king or a nobody. Most men pick nobody every single day. They beg, they break, they bend. Today, I'm exposing the 7 things beta males do that keep them weak. This is your chance to stop being one of them. Men, listen up. The world is a jungle, and you're either the lion or the prey. Beta males? They're the ones getting eaten by life, by women, by their own damn minds. You're here because you're angry, lost, or hungry for more. I'm giving you the map to escape the beta trap. 10 things you must never do. These aren't just mistakes, they're chains. Break them, or stay a slave. If you're doing these 7 things, you're not just losing her, you're losing yourself. And the worst part? You won't even know it until it's too late. Let me be blunt. Most men today are walking corpses, souls crushed under fake smiles, people-pleasing, and porn. They call it being nice. I call it slow suicide. Let me show you the 7 behaviors that kill your masculinity, and the dark psychology behind how they keep you weak. Number 1. Seek everyone's approval. Beta males live for applause, not truth. They filter their thoughts, water down their opinions, and dress like clones just to be liked. They'll post a selfie and delete it if it doesn't get enough likes. They'll nod at jokes they don't find funny just to fit in. They're addicts, addicted to approval. I knew a guy, Dave. Seemed like a decent dude. But every day, he'd show up wearing whatever he thought his friends would like. He once changed his shirt 3 times because his boys laughed at the first one. He dated girls he didn't even like just to say he wasn't single. He laughed when others mocked him, just so he wouldn't seem too sensitive. Want to know where Dave is now? Still broke. Still alone. Still invisible. Why? Because the world doesn't reward the agreeable. It rewards the authentic. Let me hit you with a dark truth. People only respect what doesn't beg for respect. They value what doesn't need their validation. The man who says, "I don't care if you like me," becomes the one people can't stop watching. Why? Because confidence is currency, and desperation is debt. Mindset shift. Stop asking the world if you're enough. Decide you are. Walk into every room like you're doing them a favor by showing up, not the other way around. Approval is a trap for the weak. Real men create standards. They don't chase them. A famous study by Solomon Asch showed that over 80% of people will conform to a group, even when the group is obviously wrong. Even when they know the answer, they'll still follow the herd. Be the 20%, the outlier, the one who doesn't bend, no matter how loud the world screams. Because in a world full of echoes, the man with his own voice becomes the thunder. And thunder doesn't ask for applause. Number 2. Chase uninterested women. Beta males chase ghosts. They beg for breadcrumbs from women who wouldn't even pour water on them if they were on fire. They send paragraphs. They double text. They buy flowers for a girl who left their messages on scene. It's not romance. It's self-destruction. Let me tell you about Mike. Mike was a smart guy, decent job, decent looks, but he was addicted to chasing validation through women. He met this girl at a party. She smiled once. That was it. Next week, Mike was sending her coffee money, tagging her in memes, replying to every story with fire emojis. She never once called him back. She used him for attention. He sent her a birthday gift she didn't even open. Know what he got? Blocked. And laughed it behind his back. Meanwhile, I had a date with a girl who was flaky. Late replies, cold energy. I unmatched. Didn't chase. Got back to my grind, hit the gym, doubled down on my business. 30 days later, a woman walked into my life who respected my time, admired my focus, and matched my energy. Not because I begged, because I built myself into someone worth chasing. Chasing kills your value. You only chase what's running away. And the moment she knows you're willing to abandon yourself just to be close to her, you've already lost. A man who begs becomes a toy. A man who walks away becomes the storm. Scarcity creates value. A diamond's precious because it's rare. If you're always available, always texting, always there, you're not a diamond. You're a vending machine. Mindset shift. If she's not into you, she's not worth you. No response is a response. A woman who's lukewarm about you will only drain you. Walk away with your dignity intact. The woman who sees your worth won't need convincing. Psychologists call it the scarcity effect. We crave what's hard to get. The more available you are, the less desirable you become. That's why people chase mystery, not desperation. So stop simping. Start building. And remember, a king doesn't chase. He attracts. Number 3, run from conflict. Beta males run from fire. They avoid arguments, dodge hard conversations, and fold the second tension enters the room. They'd rather be liked than respected. They'll smile while being disrespected, nod while being insulted, and shrink while being dominated. Why? Because they think peace is comfort. But peace without self-respect is just quiet slavery. Let me take you back. I was 24. My boss exploded on me in front of the team, blamed me for something I didn't do. Old me? I would have nodded, apologized, shrunk. But something inside snapped. I looked him dead in the eye and said, I'm happy to take the fall if it was my mistake. But this wasn't on me, and you know it. Silence. Then came something I didn't expect. Respect. He pulled me aside later and said, most people would have rolled over. I like that you didn't. That moment, it rewired me. Dark truth. Conflict reveals who the man is. Anyone can smile in comfort, but only a real one stands firm in chaos. Lions don't fear roars. They return them. And every time you run from a fight, verbal, physical, or moral, you confirm one thing. You're not a threat. You're not a leader. You're a shadow of what you could be. Mindset shift. Conflict isn't danger. It's a mirror. It shows you where you stand and what you stand for. You grow through resistance, not retreat. Avoiding conflict doesn't make you safe. It makes you small. Next time someone crosses your line, don't just walk away. Draw the damn line. Studies show that men who assert themselves during conflict are seen as 40% more dominant, trustworthy, and leadership-worthy than those who stay silent. Why? Because the mind subconsciously associates strength with boundary enforcement. No boundaries equals no respect. So stop folding. Stand your ground. Because men who run from conflict never win wars. Number 4, dream without doing. Beta males love to talk. I'm going to start a business. I'm hitting the gym next week. I just need the right time. They build castles in the sky, but live in shacks on the ground. Let me tell you what that really is. Mental masturbation. They chase the feeling of progress without the pain of progress. And here's the trap. Talking about your dream gives you a dopamine hit. It feels like you're moving, but you're not. You're just high on hope. And hope without execution is a slow death. I was there. Had a side hustle idea for 3 years. Built the logo, made the Instagram, talked it up at parties, but never sold a damn thing. One day, I stopped dreaming and posted a product online. Made $5,000 in 90 days. Not because it was perfect, but because I finally moved. And when you move, the world moves with you. Dark truth. Dreams are the most seductive lie. They whisper, you'll be great one day. And so you sit, and the years pass. And one day, you wake up 35, broke, bitter, and blaming the world. Not because you didn't have a vision, but because you never dared to bleed for it. Mindset shift. Action over fantasy. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Do something, anything now. The man who builds one brick today will always outrun the man who plans 10 castles for tomorrow. Science proves that taking a single small step toward a goal increases motivation by up to 35%. Why? Because the brain rewards momentum, not potential. Start small. Start ugly. Start before you feel ready. Because in the real world, dreamers stay broke. Doers build empires. Number 5, quit when it hurts. Most men quit when it burns. They start strong, chest out, loud plans, big dreams. But the second it hurts, they fold like paper. Beta males confuse pain with failure. But here's the truth. Pain is the tuition you pay to become powerful. No one gets strong without bleeding for it. Let me tell you a story. My first business pitch. Crushed. Client laughed me out of the room. For days, I felt worthless. But I didn't run. I sharpened my pitch, studied harder, showed up again. Third meeting, different client. Closed a $20,000 deal. Same voice, same face, same man. But stronger. Battle-tested. Relentless. Dark truth. Every man has a pain threshold. Weak ones quit before they reach it. Strong men push past it. And that's where the gold is buried. Your pain is the gatekeeper between the boy you were and the man you're meant to be. Mindset shift. Stop fearing pain. Start respecting it. It's not your enemy. It's your trainer. Every bruise, every failure, every rejection is iron sharpening iron. When it hurts, you're finally doing it right. Studies show that people who push through after failure are 80% more likely to succeed than those who quit. Why? Because grit rewires the brain. Every time you endure, your mental calluses grow. So ask yourself, are you going to tap out like a coward? Or bite down on a mouthguard and fight? Because at the end of the day, the man who stays standing when it hurts is the man who ends up owning everything. Number 6, never wait for permission. Beta males ask to exist. Most men are stuck in a loop. They wait, waiting for the right time, waiting for someone to tell them, you're ready, waiting for approval like it's some sort of magic pass to greatness. Let me break it to you. That wait is the graveyard of greatness. Beta males waste years asking for permission to exist, asking for validation from people who've never built anything worth mentioning. They wait for a green light from their boss, their friends, their parents. But those people, they're too busy just surviving. They've got no clue what it takes to create real power. They don't have the vision, the hunger, or the balls to help you get there. Dark truth. You don't need anyone's approval. The people you're waiting on, they're still waiting for their own life to start. So what do? You decide. You make the move. You take what's yours. No permission, no approval, no waiting. Mindset shift. Stop asking to exist. Alpha males don't ask for permission. They create the road. They build, they lead, and they move regardless of whether anyone's watching. Your time doesn't come when you feel ready. Your time is now. You've been waiting for a sign, for the stars to align. They never will. Start now. Psychological fact. Studies show that successful people act before they feel ready. They make the decision first, and everything else follows. The decision to move is what activates your momentum. Every delay you put off is a setback, a chain on your potential. Move before you're ready. Waiting is the killer of action. You think your boss, your ex, or your parents will validate you. They're too busy struggling in their own small worlds. Stop waiting for a stamp of approval. It's your life, your rules, your success. So decide. Move. Conquer. Number 7, never overshare. Beta males bleed for pity. There's a lie out there that says, real men cry openly. Bullshit. Real men control the battlefield, not their tears. Your pain is sacred. It's yours to carry, yours to conquer, and not everyone deserves to hear it. Dark truth. Beta males trauma dump, hoping for sympathy, validation, or attention. They believe that if they just bleed out their story, someone will throw them a bone, tell them it'll be okay. But in reality, it's a covert cry for validation, weakness disguised as honesty. Real men don't need to beg for empathy. They build themselves into forces that inspire respect. Mindset shift. Your pain doesn't need to be a spectacle. Silence is strength. True brotherhood isn't born from whining. It's forged through loyalty, respect, and shared struggle. Earn respect, not pity. Don't bleed for attention. Build for it. Oversharing can make you appear emotionally unstable or incapable of handling your problems. Research shows that people who constantly seek emotional validation through oversharing are often seen as less competent and weaker in social situations. True strength lies in what you don't say. Speak less. Watch more. Let your actions do the talking. Stop begging for pity. Your journey, your struggle, and your pain are yours alone. Own them. Earn loyalty through your silence, your actions, and your unwavering resolve. Real men don't cry for help. They take control of their battlefield. Bonus TP. Number 8. Never tolerate disrespect. Beta males rationalize it. Your girl flirts with other guys in front of you. Your friends mock you behind your back. And what do? You laugh it off. You rationalize it. You know how she is. She's just joking around. It's not that bad. Stop. You are training the world how to treat you. Every time you let someone cross a boundary, you lower your standards. The longer you tolerate disrespect, the more invisible you become. You're not seen as strong anymore. You're just a doormat people walk all over. Mindset shift. Alpha doesn't mean loud or aggressive. It means, I walk away the moment my boundaries are crossed. Real men know their worth. They don't beg for respect. They command it. Respect is earned by what you refuse to tolerate. Psychological fact. People mirror the treatment you accept. Psych studies show that those who tolerate disrespect are perceived as weak and are often targeted by manipulators. Disrespect, once tolerated, becomes the new standard. And that's the road to losing yourself. Your value isn't negotiable. You don't laugh off betrayal, humiliation, or mockery. You leave. You walk away with your head high. Let them know, cross me, and you're out. This isn't about fighting. It's about self-respect. And that's non-negotiable. Let me tell you about Alex. He's 25, dumped, broke, stuck in a dead-end job. He spent his days scrolling X for answers, looking for anyone to tell him what to do. Classic beta behavior. Alex simped for girls who didn't care about him, always apologizing for the smallest things and blaming his bad luck when things didn't work out. He was lost, drowning in his own excuses. I saw him one day, head down, lost in the screen, just scrolling, thinking the world owed him something. So I pulled him aside, told him, "You're looking for answers in all the wrong places. It's not your circumstances holding you back. It's you. You're the one holding yourself down." I gave him these rules, the same ones I'm telling you now. He stopped chasing validation from women who didn't care. He hit the gym. He faced his fears head-on instead of running from them. He stopped making excuses and took control of his life. 6 months later, a completely different guy. New job, with a promotion waiting on the horizon. New body, strong, lean, walking into rooms like he owned them. And most importantly, new fire in his eyes. Alex wasn't a king yet, but he sure as hell wasn't a pawn anymore. He finally learned that the change starts within. And now, he's the man he always wanted to be. He's not waiting for life to give him the throne. He's building it. That's you, brother. You're one decision away from changing everything. One moment, one shift in your mindset, one action. Are you ready to rise? Or will you stay stuck, waiting for someone else to change your life? Here's the truth bomb you need to hear, whether you like it or not. The world doesn't care about your pain, your heartbreak, or your excuses. It doesn't care if you were abandoned, betrayed, or mistreated. It doesn't care if you've been knocked down 100 times. It will take all that and chew you up, leaving you broken and forgotten, while others rise. If you're still waiting for a break, a lucky moment, for life to show you mercy, then get comfortable in that prison. Because life doesn't owe you a thing. It's cold, it's ruthless, and it doesn't care if you've been wronged. But if you're done with that mindset, if you're tired of being weak, tired of being stuck in the shadows, then listen up. You're not here to beg for scraps. You're here to take the throne. And the time to rise is now. Here's what you must do, and you must do it today. Pick one thing from this list and kill it. Stop being the man who lives for approval. Stop chasing women who don't want you. Stop letting the world walk over you. Every single minute you waste is another minute sinking deeper into the beta trap. Stop simping. Stop apologizing for things that aren't your fault. Stop letting yourself be pushed around and trampled on. The clock is ticking. Nobody is coming to save you. You're not going to wake up one day and suddenly be a king. You become the king by making the hard choices today, by pushing yourself when others stop. You want better? You want respect? You want to be the guy people look up to? Then stop waiting for things to change. You change them. Here's the real deal, man. If you keep waiting, you're already losing. You're not a man if you're constantly looking for validation. You're not a man if you apologize for existing. You're not a man if you quit when things get tough. A real man never waits for permission to become what he's meant to be. A real man takes responsibility for his life. No excuses, no blame. A real man walks away from disrespect the moment it shows up. He doesn't stand around begging for attention, for love, or for validation. He doesn't need it, and neither do you. Are you a man, or are you a shadow? The answer is right in front of you. You're not stuck. You're not a victim. You're choosing to be where you are. Choose to rise. Choose to step into your power. Choose to be the man who controls his own destiny. This is your life. You are one decision away from changing everything. So, stop thinking about it. Stop hoping for something better. Stop praying that things will just fall into place. Start now. Pick one thing on this list and eliminate it from your life today. Then take the next step, and the next, and the next, until you're the one people look at and say, "He's a force." It's time to stop waiting for permission. It's time to stop being a shadow. It's time to become the man you were meant to be. The world is watching. It's time to show them what you're made of. Now go. Be that guy. Make it happen.